So iOS 18 is right around the corner, and I have a decent idea of which iPhones Apple could end up removing on this next version of software. Now again, I have no insider information, I have no exact idea on what Apple could actually end up doing. There's a couple of things they could end up doing that I could kind of assume, but if I had to go and take a look at what Apple kind of has done in the past and what they could end up doing in the future, here's a couple of things to kind of keep your eye out for on what iPhones Apple could end up removing on iOS 18. Now, the first thing I'd recommend kind of thinking about is what iOS 18 is going to be bringing. There's a lot of reports that iOS 18 is going to be bringing some pretty big AI features. Apple's already kind of made a small list of AI, specific things that this version of software could bring. There's also some rumors that iOS 18 could actually also end up bringing things like a new UI screen, a new home screen, things like that across the board, which are some really big updates for this type of device. So with that being said, within this particular version of software, from what we know, it's going to be a pretty big version of software that's going to be bringing some pretty big changes. So with that kind of stuff being said, you have to keep in mind that this particular phone is already, some older phones may have a harder time running this next version of software. So with those things, kind of keeping in the back of your head, you have to keep in mind that there's a high chance where the iPhone XR, XS, and XS Max may actually end up getting removed within this version of software. Now, if there's devices that I would have to kind of throw out there that I would kind of assume, and this is one of the set of devices that I'd probably say are probably only going to removed on this version of software, which is kind of sad. I think iOS 18, I wish it could be on every iPhone ever supported. Doesn't look like that's going to be the case. So there's a very, very high likelihood where the Apple A12 Bionic chip devices are going to be removed on that version of software. So why would Apple end up doing this? Well, like I said, within iOS 18, it's looking like this version of software is going to be requiring quite a bit of performance and quite a bit of performance in general in order for it to run. And that's why I kind of feel like if you're going to run one of these devices, you're going to have at least like 4 gigabytes of RAM, which the XS and XS Max have, the iPhone XR doesn't have. But also with its Apple A12 Bionic chip, it wasn't the most, fastest performing chipset of all time either. So that in and of itself can be another reason why some people would look at that particular device and probably want a more powerful phone when it comes down to it. Now, I think the iPhone 11s are still going to be supported. I think those devices still have a very high likelihood of being here and pretty much not going anywhere, which I think is a very, very cool thing. But if you're wanting the latest and greatest, keep in mind, I'm pretty sure iOS 18 is probably going to end up removing the iPhone XR, iPhone XS, and iPhone XS Max from what I can see. So that kind of covers it up here. If you have any other thoughts or questions, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.